Welcome to Creatively Exposed, a podcast and safe space for Black and marginalized creatives to empower, educate, and uplift you through the final product of self and creation. Bring a homie, share with a homie, and enjoy the show.
Hey y'all, the sound might be real crazy this time, but welcome back to Creatively Exposed, where we rehumanize the creative one episode at a time. And I actually have an interview episode coming, which I'm really excited about. And I've been quiet because I've been being, basically. And I was like, I don't really know what to talk about or whatever. But what's on my mind now, mind you, it's always at midnight that I'm like, yes, let us create something. But also we must talk about the not knowing, the shedding period, the questioning period, right? The kind of like being in the cocoon phase, because this shit comes and goes, right? Like there are moments it's like, this is the month, things are lit, I'm making things happen, and there are other things where things are real new and really uncomfortable, and it's dope to have people believe in you relentlessly, but it is also scary as fuck, because now it's like, not only do I have myself to disappoint, I have the people who believe in me, right? And everything ain't rainbows, everything isn't a fucking pot of gold. Sometimes the chest is empty. And that can be a twofold metaphor. Sometimes all that's being asked is reevaluation, stillness. I just know I'm shedding, and I'm probably making space for a lot of the new things that I have signed myself up for. And I get this often. I love that I have besties who don't assume that it's easy, but they're like, you make it look easy. And I'm just like, bitch, I am scared every single day. I just keep going because I'm going to be like, what? I'm going to quit. Trina did not raise a quitter. And so, it's the audacity to do shit and to do the best. Ow. I'm over here. I got a nose piercing, and I'm like, I keep touching it by mistake. Anyway, the people who get anywhere in the life that they want, in the whatever, I feel like it's the audacity to just do the shit regardless of how scared you are. At least that's the case for me. I shoot my shot. I don't always believe I'm gonna get it, but when I do, I'm like, oh shit, now I need a motherfucking game plan, because I was just doing shit to do shit. And that is reckless and chaotic. But as a person who really tends to overly analyze or have a lot of uncertainty around things, I'm also a person who when I want to do something, I'm going to do it in a hope for the fucking best. And at the same time, I'm also going to question, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, do you even know what you're doing right now? And so I live on this seesaw of making shit happen, but like also when it's time to pull up, just because my face is calm doesn't mean I'm not questioning my decisions, or that everything is easy, or that I haven't worked hard as fuck to be where I am in any place that I am seen and not seen, right? Sometimes I feel like I have been a very responsible person. Get the degree, get the jobs, keep climbing. And when that failed me, it changed something. And it's hard to not feel the need to exploit myself working, even if it's for myself. And there is an unlearning in that. And some days are really beautiful. Some days it's like, yeah, I'm surrendering, I'm gliding up in this bitch. But other days I am clawing at the air and screaming while I am flying and damn near falling. And I have had many people, especially like people I dated. I was gonna say something real wild, but like I do have privileges, right? But do not assume that everything has been handed to me. That I woke up like this, because bitch, I didn't. It took me 30 minutes to stare at the ceiling, 30 minutes to just get up. Like, sometimes I overwhelm myself because it feels like sometimes I have different people in my body, and not whatever. There's this really brave, audacious, like, I'm gonna fucking do this, and then I go do it. And then there's the other side of like, is this safe? Is this logical? Most times it isn't. Is this gonna be a slow wake, right? Where do I need renewal? And where do I need remembrance? And so it's been really interesting this weekend. I was part of the Southern SSU endeavor, and that was a retreat. And I think with everything that I've been doing, I feel like I forget that I am a writer, and that is probably what I should be focusing on. But me being me, sometimes I cannot be still. And I'm learning when I do too much how it feels in my body, when I'm not doing enough how it feels in my body, where I need to refocus, where I need to shift. And sometimes it changes day by day or week by week. There's a lot of madness going on in the world, and to be able to think about creative existence, entrepreneurship, serial entrepreneurship nowadays, it seems. I have gotten all kinds of things together, but I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I'm putting a market together for vendors. I've been thinking about this a long time, and it was one of those things that I'm like, I'm determined to do this. And the intention is, I've been tired of just like having random people create markets but not think about the vendors, to not be considerate. Maybe it's like 80-20% of vendors being women, just based on conversation and different people. But for me, it's been 90-95. And callousness is already a business thing. And so I'd like to minimize that. And we'll see how I do it, right? I do things with intention, but I don't always know if people can see that. Sometimes, I'm getting real deep with that, but there are moments where it feels like I'm screaming into a void, or beckoning to a void of like, hey, I am here as a safe space, and if you would like to be a part of it and be nurtured by it, come through. And I feel like many people are like, I don't know about this. And it's cool. Like, life has jaded many people, and business is fucking hard. Like, maintaining a website, paying for all this shit, changing it up, seeing how to make things better, SEO, marketing, whatever. And what I like to offer to everybody, remember, we have community, that we have a network, that we have people who could support us, even when we don't even ask, bro. I've been in this weird space of doubt, maybe even anxiety. Yeah, anxiety. I can say anxiety. And what it does is it kind of froze me. But my friends have been like, so what's good? And I've been able to have the space to be like, this is where I'm at, and I don't know what to do, or I'm struggling, or whatever. And allow people to come through for you, even if it's to think bigger than you can. It might not work for you right now, but it will. It really will. So back to the writer's retreat. There is nothing more beautiful than a space where Black folks can be together and talk about writing, talk about the business of writing, write together, share, work together, uplift and celebrate. Like, sometimes it still feels hard to take writing seriously, even though it has been what has led me to the spaces that I'm in, to the spaces that I walk in. And I'm still on that limbo of faith belief that writing is gonna lead me down the majestic rabbit hole of a life that I've always wanted. And one of the folks, Tanya, said, in order to, you want to live a life of love and joy, so put the things you love and bring you joy on your resume. And I was like, this is lit right here. Create the job. Sometimes you gotta create the job. And that's been a lot of the, some of the tweets I've seen about being 8th house, 12th house. You're gonna have to create the job that you want. There's no cookie cutter place for you. And ain't nothing wrong with cookie cutter. It's easier. Creating some shit that you've seen in your mind but have no idea how to touch it and make it tangible. It's literally one step at a time. It'll all make sense later, but you're here now, right? And so I'm shedding and I am building and hoping that folks will come to the market, come to vend, come to all of my own endeavors that I'm desiring and I'm wanting to do. But I also have to remember when it's time to dial it back, when it's time to remember that rest is productivity, that silence and stillness is part of growth and the ability to stretch far and wide instead of thin, which is what I feel like. I feel like I hit a wall last week and maybe the week before. And we were talking about burnout at the retreat, and Dr. Taylor Bias said burnout is usually when I'm no longer having fun. I tend to take life too seriously. And so, trying to find my way back, trying to find the nooks of where I fit apart from what I'm working at, apart from trying to build and build and build. Even those who are building need to rest, to have joy, to have compassion. I really want the market to be everything that I've envisioned, seen, hoped for. But I will also allow myself to be okay with whatever result it is. I don't think I will fail, because failing means that I never shot my shot and tried to make the shit happen. But maybe if I don't hit the mark, which that's not what I'm putting out there, it's okay. I think that's something that creatives should sit with. It's okay to shoot your shot, and instead of a 3-pointer, maybe that shit don't even hit the brim. It's okay. Because if you gave it your best and maybe you didn't hit the goal or whatever, you tried. You gave all your strategy, your stamina, everything. It's not a loss. a loss is never finding out what if, to me. And so, I'm in a weird ass spot. I don't know where I'm headed, but whatever it is, it's expansive and it's uncomfortable. And I have to stare a lot of old things and some new ones in the face. I don't think I've fully doubted myself before. I'll question myself, but a full girl, what? Not often. And so that's new, but it's also you can't stay here too long. And just thoughts right now. No answers, more questions than answers. But may we also sit in between the pages where we don't know what the chapter is going to be about, where we don't hear our characters, where the page prefers that we listen and we observe instead of telling it what the story is. Sometimes we need to hear for it. And I don't think I've been doing that enough. And so I shall recalibrate and stay tuned for the interview that I hope to put together very, very soon. And shout out to everyone who's in every phase. This is, I was talking to a fellow astrologer. This is the pre-flight growing pains. Right before you, swoosh into the air, you gotta get off the branch or the rock or the whatever, right? But it's everything preparing you for that flight. It's growing pains. But it don't mean you won't motherfucking fly. And so, maybe we're on the ledge a little bit longer. Figuring out how we gonna fly the whole time. We don't need to know the how. We just need to be fuck it, whoosh. But that preparation, that muscle that we're building, bruh, let's see where we go. And so this is another episode. I literally did this on my phone just because I had some things on my spirit. Thank you as always for listening, and I will see you next time. Pas oublier où c'est magique. Do not forget that you are magic. No te olvides que eres magia. Be safe, y'all.
Thank you for listening to the show. Check out our Patreon, the website in the show notes. Rate, review, and subscribe or share with the homie. And don't forget that you are magic. No te olvides que eres magia. Pas oublier où c'est magique. Take care and see you next week.
Are you interested in unlimiting your healing journey? If so, please check out astrolizasix.com, also in the show notes. If you want to begin your crystal collection, need a tarot reading for spiritual guidance, or a natal chart reading, the dates open up in next week, July 8th. So if you are interested in any of those things, we got decks, incense, sage, all of the things. Check out astrolizasix.com and reconnect to your inner healing.